friends, and welcome to the CUInsight Network. My name is Robbie Young, and I'm the Vice President of Strategic Growth at CUInsight. It's my job on this show to have conversations with thought leaders who support the credit union community. In this episode, we'll identify issues affecting credit unions and have a discussion on best practices so that we can all gain a few nuggets and learn and improve for our credit unions. My guest on today's show is Mitch Pangretic, National Director of Elan Partnerships. Mitch, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the invitation, Robbie. I appreciate it.
Of course. So to jump right in, most of us didn't grow up thinking we would work in credit unions. What did you want to be when you grew up?
Okay. Yeah, I had a whole different perspective then versus now. I always had a dream that someday I would be an astronaut. I don't know why, right? I just love the idea of floating in space, flying to the moon, actually seeing the Earth from space. Just kind of seemed like a great challenge. I guess it was all that great TV in the late 70s or 80s that just made it seem so easy to do. So yeah, a lot different than payments.
That's really interesting. We get that a lot, astronauts, things like that. But it's interesting that you say seeing the Earth from space, because that was one of the biggest notable things when we actually went to the outer space, is that it was profound what we saw looking back, which you would think you're out there, like you've already seen what's going on down there.
Right, exactly.
What was your journey like to your current role as National Director of Elan Partnerships with Elan Credit Card?
Sure. I started my career in payments at Discover Card back in 1995. It was on the acquiring side of their business. So this is where I learned about interchange, value propositions for our merchants. And at the time, really the need to continuing to improve digital technology. Believe it or not, at the time, folks were just moving to terminals in their small businesses. So a lot different than now. From there, I grew into a role at American Express. And then later I came to US Bank. That was in about 2004. During this time, we saw tremendous changes in payments, from slow point of sale terminals that take, frankly, days for transactions to hit a merchant's deposit account, to the need for software integration into their CRM platform. So it's been fast paced and it's been a fun time to learn the business. I think about how I ended up at Elan around 2007. I learned about an opportunity to join the Elan partnership development team. And it really was about kind of building my knowledge about the issuing side of payments. I took the role on to really broaden this knowledge. But what I found is that Elan really offers a unique solution that truly helps financial institutions improve their business model, frankly, drive new account growth. I've been at home here. I've been here since 2007. We've grown exponentially since then. And I'm really proud of the hard work and expertise that really surround me that help us all be successful.
That's so important. Can you tell us a little bit more about Elan Credit Card and where they add value to credit unions?
Sure. So Elan comes to market through what we call an agent issuing solution. In essence, Elan acts as a credit card department as well as a card member servicing team for our credit union partners. So while Elan is the issuer on the back end, we're also a seamless extension of our partners' brands. For our partners, card members see their branding on their card within their mobile application, within online banking. And when a card member calls card member services, they hear the financial institution or credit union's name when they call in. So we try to create a very seamless integration experience for the card member as well as our partners. The value of the credit union, or I should say, the value to the credit union, is that Elan takes on all the complexity of self-issuing, right? Including risk management. We fund all the marketing. We fund the product builds, the rewards, the reward redemptions, and all the technology enhancements that frankly need to be there to help you stay competitive or our partners stay competitive against larger issuers. We've been doing this business for the past 5 decades. We see ourselves as experts. And I think that we drive a lot of value from that perspective. And the value for the card member is also large too. We offer robust product suites. We deepen underwriting, and we have technology enhancements such as unfreezing credit reporting, pre-approvals during the application process, digital wallet and provisioning. All this is really difficult to implement, and it's really hard to do if you're a small institution. And then ultimately, what does it cost to continually having to innovate to keep your card product top of mind and top of wallet?
So we know that credit cards are central to financial wellness. What can credit unions do to help their members understand their credit and build it?
I think one of the most valuable advantages credit unions hold is the strength and longevity of the member relationships. Credit unions have an opportunity to offer tools to these members, the resources, and frankly, have one-on-one conversations that frankly could demystify credit scores and provide practical paths to financial improvement. We released a white paper recently, and there was some data in there that shows that consumers tend to overestimate their knowledge about credit or still manage their finances with a lot of these misconceptions about what the impacts could be to their credit score. So I'll give you a couple examples, right? Nearly 1/3 of consumers don't know their credit score today. And when you think about the younger generation, numbers are actually closer to half of them not knowing the credit score. And then many of them still believe that checking their credit score can lower their score, or that by having a lot of credit cards in their wallet will actually better their score, both which are not true. So when a credit union can clearly communicate how to build or improve credit and teach their members how to use credit correctly, they really give members the tools and confidence to make meaningful progress on their credit journey through their life cycle.
Responsible use of credit cards is a great way for members to build and improve their credit. What are barriers that you see for credit unions in offering the right products to members across the credit union spectrum? And how can Elan help credit unions ensure members have access?
That's a lot, right, Robbie? So I'll think about it this way, right? Credit cards are an important product for all credit unions to offer, but they also carry a lot of risk and expense for the credit union. Some consumers want reward cards, others want cash back, some need secure card options to repair credit. It's complicated. There are a lot of member segments out there. And while you're trying to attract them to your product value proposition, so are all the large issuers out there, right? So the more products that a credit union offers, the more they have to manage, right? But do they have the right products on the shelf? Do they risk the chance of the member picking a card with another institution or maybe a large issuer like American Express? Elan can help credit unions by offering a wide array of consumer and small business products to their members through our issuing model, right? The way we look at our models, we don't charge any cost to run the program for them. We don't charge them for product bills or anything like that. And when I think about our consumer product suite, we offer 8 cards today that focus on everything from travel benefits to cash back to secure card options, and cards specifically for college students. And most recently, we've introduced a kind of low intro rate card that has unique kind of extend pay options to go along with it to help support it. So again, you have to have the right products on the shelf to really attract the member, and they have to keep in mind what's the cost to maintain that if you're going to do it yourself.
Completely. So supporting members and providing a high level service to them is a key focus area for credit unions. What are some of the other tools and features that card members would have access to through an Elan partnership?
Yeah, I think the biggest one is that through our partnership model, our credit union partners and our bank partners as well, and their card members benefit from the scale and our ability to bring technology to market quicker. So when you think about how quickly features are launched in the payment space, like buy now, pay later services or digital wallet capabilities, Elan funds and builds the technology and launches it all for our partners as part of the partnership strategy. We launched a new mobile application for card members last year, and it continues to receive terrific feedback. The app offers free access to credit scores, personalized spend analysis, annual account summaries, budgeting tips, credit management guidance, and frankly, over 100 other kind of do-it-yourself features for card members to manage their finances, which we all know is what they desire and they need, right? I would say what's also new in our application is our extend pay feature. This is a credit card installment lending feature that allows card members to divide their eligible credit card purchases into affordable monthly payments with no interest and a low fixed monthly fee. And they get to earn rewards with that as well. So again, it's about customizing products that frankly, members and customers around the US would like to see.
Yeah, those sound like very valuable features, especially when so many members want easy access and DIY tools. In the white paper you mentioned earlier, it also discusses consumer desire for guidance on their finances. Can you speak to how Elan could support that?
Sure. One of the biggest gifts we give to credit unions through our partnership is their time. It's time back to help foster and support members in the ways that's frankly most meaningful to them. We're the credit card experts, but the credit unions know their members better than we do, right? So when we combined our skills and our expertise with their ability to service members, it's a very synergistic relationship. A survey we mentioned in the white paper reveals that about 70% of Gen Z and millennials today are having financial questions, right? But they struggle to frankly get access to advice. They don't know where to go, or they're not sure, like, frankly, what's the right advice to hear, right? And so we feel like, hey, look, there's an opportunity for, frankly, credit unions to kind of fill that gap from an advisory perspective. And when they do, we feel like they'll reinforce their role as a trusted educator, and it ends up being a partnership through every stage of that member's life.
So, as we look into that proverbial crystal ball, what is Elan Credit Card's focus for the road ahead?
There's a lot, right? I mean, we continue to innovate. So first I'll say we focus on delivering an integrated technology that allows both us to improve in finding new card members on behalf of our partners, as well as creating that user experience where the card member, Elan, and our partners is very transparent or is synergistic. These improvements will be done through leveraging our API suite to deliver kind of that card member experience across multiple environments, and frankly, adding to potentially an existing platform. So that's where we're focused over the next few years is, again, improving that experience for the card member, for our partners. So it's a very seamless, integrated experience for all.
So, to wrap up the show, we like to have some fun with some rapid fire questions to let our listeners really get to know you better. The questions are rapid, but your answers certainly don't have to be. Do you think you're ready?
Sure.
Who is someone in your life that was a great leader and what makes them great?
So one of my first jobs, I worked for someone that really knew how to motivate his team, remove roadblocks, and to help everyone be successful. And it was awesome working for him. He was super encouraging. But like think about kind of what was most important about that person is that he was just a great listener. He listened, he understood the root causes of the issue, and frankly helped me and others create a good game plan to overcome those challenges. So I think about him often, frankly, almost daily. And I think about like how I can leverage what I learned from him and creating a better experience for the folks that report to me.
I would say that's truly a mark of a good leader. If you are going to splurge on something and really want to treat yourself, what's one thing that you might invest in a bit?
Okay. So my wife and I love to travel, right? So planning a vacation is kind of critical, right? We spend a lot of time trying to figure out, okay, what's on the bucket list? What do we want to see? What do we want to do? Is it attainable now in the near term, or is this more of a longer term goal? So I would say it's vacationing, be the big splurge.
Okay. So if you're traveling for work, what is the city that you're most excited to visit, whether it's for a client visit or going to a conference?
Sure. I love visiting California, Los Angeles or San Francisco, either way, right? It's a completely different feel than where I live in the Northeast. I love the landscape, the people. I'm headed there in a few weeks for a credit union lending officer conference. So I'm looking forward to that.
Nice and warm.
Nice.
So, what is a book that you think everyone should read?
Yeah, I mean, I just finished a book called Four Friends by William Cohen. It's just a great reminder how quickly life can change and frankly, how fragile it can be. So you got to live for every day. And I recommend reading it.
We will make sure to include that in the show notes. What is the best hack for creating balance and integration between your work life and your life?
A long time back, I was able to see Lou Holtz in a motivational speaking engagement, which was awesome, right? And he talked about taking the approach of kind of what's important now, right? Complete tasks at hand, set attainable project timelines, know that work and life are frankly intertwined, right? Meaning don't let either be your sole focus. And I kind of try to live by that, right? It's just, it keeps it simple. It's a simple approach. It's, hey, what's important now? And helps me figure out what I want to do for the day or for the week or the month or for the year. So
Just like intuitive living. I like it.
Yeah.
So, like I mentioned, we'll link to everything we talked about today in the show notes. My last question for you is, do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to share or ask of our listeners?
The one thing I would say is that we covered a lot, I think, about our Elan program. I would say, hey, go out to our website, learn more about us, elanfinancialservices.com. You can really see the value of our program when you look at the products that we can deliver, when you look at the capabilities that we deliver to our partners. Most importantly is the synergistic relationships that we can create, right? It's about leveraging our expertise so that you don't have to kind of do a heavy lift on credit card issuing yourself, right? We can do a lot for you. And so take advantage of expertise and just take a look at what we have to say. So I appreciate the time today, Robbie. I think this was fun. Thank you.
Of course. And thank you again, Mitch, for being on the show. Stay well. And thanks to all of our listeners today for tuning into the CUInsight Network. We'll be back again next time.